guys, because lots to talk about. Of course, it was TV's biggest night. The 67th annual Primetime Emmys made history, guys, right here on Tucasa. Emmy was very, very good to Game of Thrones. It took home a record-breaking 11 trophies, including Outstanding Dramatic Series, Outstanding Supporting Actor for Peter Dinklage, as well as Outstanding Directing and Writing in a Dramatic Series. This year, I love this woman, Viola Davis, took home the Emmy for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Dramatic Series for her work on How to Get Away with Murder. Now, Davis made history as the first African-American to win a Primetime Emmy for Outstanding Female Lead in a Drama. This man right here, Transparent, he's the star of Transparent. It was honored for Outstanding Directing in a Comedy Series, and Jeffrey Tambor took the Outstanding Lead Actor in a Comedy trophy. Now, the series has brought a lot of attention to the transgender community and has brought the discussion for equality in America, and the award recipients both called for support and advocacy in the speeches. Now, other notable victories. Jon Hamm finally wins the Outstanding Lead Actor for Mad Men. He was nominated 16 times for that, finally took home the Emmy last night. And Veep took home the Emmy for Outstanding Comedy Series, Outstanding Lead Actress for a Comedy for Julia Louis-Dreyfus, and Outstanding Writing in a Comedy Series. Now, some other notables that I want to just touch on. Allison Janney, she was the first award of the evening. She has now won 7 Emmys for her work. She won 4 for The West Wing, 1 for Masters of Sex last year for a guest starring role. She also won the Outstanding Supporting for a Comedy for Mom last year, as well as last night. And then Uzo Aduba won Best Supporting Actress for a Drama last night for Orange is the New Black. Last season, she won the Emmy for Outstanding Guest Star in a Comedy. So she... Same character.
Different genre.
Different genre. Cool. So Orange is the New Black was comedy last year. They moved it into drama this year. So it was a pretty stellar evening of awards.
And then, of course, Tracy Morgan.
Tracy Morgan for the win.
It was so exciting just to see him there, but then for him to say that he's finally feeling like himself, and then to just
following up with an inappropriate joke.
It was
great.
Funny, and it was even funnier because everybody. Not that we forgot how funny he was, but you know, when very traumatic things happen to people, it's nice when you can see them, you know, kind of bounce back from that. So it was so cool to see Tracy Morgan.
Yeah, it was great to see him.
How'd you think of Andy Samberg?
You know, and here's the thing. I think that hosts always have a tough job. You know, I think that even some of the best, some of my favorites, obviously Billy Crystal when he's done the Oscars, Steve Martin when he's done the Oscars, some jokes hit, some jokes miss. I thought he was great for the most part. There were some that were a little, you know, but overall, I think he did a great job.
I thought it was kind of a slow start.
Yeah, exactly.
And you could see it in his face. Like, instead of him, like, he didn't, it's like he, like, took it personally for a second. I was like, keep going, Andy. I thought it was so funny.
You know, it was great, though. What we were talking about this morning when we first got to the station was the presence of the Fox Fall lineup. We had Rob Lowe up there, John Stamos. I'm looking here at all of our posters here in the Chicago.
Fred Savage, my new favorite.
Fred Savage, Emma Roberts, and Jamie Lee Curtis both presented last night.
Taraji P. Henson.
This and Terrence
Howard.
Terrence Howard. I was like, what's his name?
Terrence Howard.
He was in that movie with the thing,
together.
and they were great. Yeah. So it was really cool to see all of the Fox folks there last night representing the new shows, and of course we're kicking off the fall season tonight here on Tucasa. It's going to be exciting.
Yes. Okay. Well, like we said, other things that happened on our channel last night. The Dallas Cowboys may be coming off a win after yesterday's game, but fans are feeling like we may have lost a lot more than we gained because Tony Romo has a fractured clavicle. Listen to this.
Yeah, I felt it. You know, just has a little bit of a pop to it, and obviously I'd felt it before, so your body kind of goes into a little bit of shock. You just have to wait it out for a sec to kind of come back, and then, yeah, you go get x-rayed, and it is what it is.
Romo left Sunday's game against the Eagles with a broken collarbone. During the game, Romo rolled out to his left and was tackled by linebacker Jordan Hicks. Romo then fell to the ground on his left shoulder. The 35-year-old quarterback then exited the game. Sources said Romo feared he had broke his left collarbone, which he had fractured back in 2010. Back in 2010, when that fracture happened, he missed the rest of the team's 10 games. The Cowboys are already hurting on the offense with receiver Dez Bryant out anywhere between 6 to 12 weeks due to a broken right foot. Now, since 2013, Romo has missed at least one regular season game, and the Cowboys are 0-2 in games where Romo does not start. Although, last night, Brandon Weeden really stepped
Boy,
it
he
up.
showed up,
He
yeah.
stepped it up
did a
when
great
Romo had
job.
to go out. Yeah, but it was.
And, you know, the Dallas defense did. I mean, obviously, you know, Philadelphia's offense was just mistake after mistake after mistake. But I think a lot of that also has to do, you know, the Dallas defense was really on it, and they were able to convert those into opportunities for the Cowboys. So, you know, I really think, yeah, it was a combination of that. I think the defense for Dallas was really there yesterday, and they stepped the game up. They got a tough one next week against the Atlanta Falcons. They are hot right now. Julio Jones, huge. Like, he's one of the it players right now in the league.
But people in New Mexico, I'm sure you guys are glad. Cowboys are 2-0. Broncos are 2-0. Who else is 2-0? Somebody else. What? I can't remember the other. There was one more that people are huge fans of here in New Mexico, and I can't remember who it is. But
Is it the Raiders?
People.
I know the Raiders. Didn't the Raiders win yesterday? I think they won yesterday.
I don't know.
Who knows? I don't know.
I don't pay attention
Raider
to
Nation,
the
let
Raiders.
us know how the Raiders are doing, because I know they're another big team here
Yeah.
in New Mexico and the Duke City. All right, well, Johnny Depp, he might finally have a hit on his hands, but it wasn't able to best the young adult drama The Scorch Trials. Fox's adaptation of the Maze Runner sequel took the top spot at the box office this weekend, earning $30.3 million in North America. The film, which was shot actually right here in New Mexico, came in just behind the first film, released the same weekend a year ago, which earned $32.5 million. Meanwhile, Black Mass came in second, earning $23.4 million. Now, while the film, it didn't take the top spot at the box office, a lot of people are saying, yes, it is still a success. You know, this is an R-rated drama that we're talking about. It skews toward an older, male-dominated audience, so it's not going to have that mass appeal as The Scorch Trials. The film, of course, tells the story of Whitey Bulger, Boston's most notorious mobster. Depp has been receiving wide praise for his portrayal of Bulger, and Warner Brothers, the film's distributor, is anticipating a long run throughout awards season. In addition, Everest and Sicario, also shot here in New Mexico, enjoyed limited releases. Sicario, very limited. I think it only opened in 6 theaters, New York and LA. They, of course, will have their national releases, Everest coming this weekend and Sicario on October 2nd. And the buzz on Sicario is massive. It is getting such critical praise. Our sister station, KRQE News 13, ran a great story about one of the New Mexico actors that was hired on the show. He actually, his character is very pivotal in the narrative, from what I understand. Bernardo Saraceno, he's on the Lionsgate press tour.
And he's from here.
He's from here. It's very rare, guys, that a New Mexico hire, what they call local hires, when they're not hired from Los Angeles or New York, they're hired in the state in which they're filming. It is very rare that those local hires are invited by the studio to go on the press tour. So it's a huge opportunity for Bernardo. We wish him the best of luck, and I can't wait to see Sicario. Now, one thing, just to hop back to Black Mass very quickly. I have I was very curious as to what people, you know, audiences were saying, because the critics loved the film, most of them. Audiences are giving a little bit of a mixed review, saying that Depp is kind of a caricature, that Scott Cooper, who also New Mexico tie, he directed Crazy Heart, which shot here in New Mexico, won Jeff Bridges the Oscar for Best Actor. So he knows how to make a character-driven film. They're saying this one kind of glosses over the Whitey Bulger story. It's one review that panned the film said that it should be called Bullet Points instead of Black Mass, because that's really all it is. It's just bullet points into Whitey Bulger's life. So I'm really curious to see this film myself, get a take on it. But very excited for Sicario. Lots of stuff with New Mexico ties, guys, hitting the movie theaters.
That's right. Okay, well, another day, another game, another hat trick for Carly Lloyd as the U.S. women's national team rolled over Haiti 8-0 during a friendly match in their victory tour. Over 35,000 fans showed up in Alabama for the 4th game of the U.S. women's national team's 10-game victory tour, and fans were not disappointed. After center back Julie Johnson got the U.S. on the board, 53 seconds into the match, it was Carly Lloyd, Carly Lloyd, Carly Lloyd. The New Jersey native popped in a penalty kick and connected 2 other goals in the first half before being subbed out. Haiti was brought in to face the U.S. to replace Australia. The win marked the Americans' 100th consecutive home match without a loss.
Wow.
In addition to the scoreline, the U.S. outshot Haiti 39-0. Next up for the U.S. will be friendlies against Brazil on October 21st and 25th in what should be a much stiffer challenge for the Americans.
Wow. Impressive run. Even if it's not a huge challenge, that's an impressive run for the U.S. team.
8-0.
That's amazing. Yay.
8-0, 100th win in the U.S. consecutive win. That's pretty cool.
That's very cool.
USA, but Brazil is
USA.
next, so that'll be a challenge.
You think so it's going to be a challenge? all bias aside.
No bias aside, USA is going to
Okay.
beat Brazil.
I tried.
They're
I
world
tried.
champs.
That's true.
The world champs, and they just, I mean, they faced Colombia, which was not that tough. This is going to be their hardest match so far.
Brazil is.
Of their victory tour.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. I still think they'll win now.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out coming up in October. All right.